We sat down in the hall and we didn't think they had time to even get her ready, and lo and behold, they came out and said they had a baby. Well, it was even quicker. There was a bus route out there. Dad was driving the bus, and there were 29 students on it.
Grandfather Harwood had 29 students that came in off the south route. About how many of them would be Pearsons? Or was they was pretty well out of school though by then, wasn't they?
There were still some of the Pearsons.
And now when Shyrock was on, how many kids went to school at Shyrock? Do you remember?
Oh, Shyrock ran for quite a while. I don't remember when it came into Ewan. We moved to Ewan in 17.
1917 is when they built that house and the barn and moved to E1?
It was already there. Dad bought the house and bought the...
Did he build the house?
No.
Well, it was already there.
And the house that Aunt Kate had was built just like they were coming around. Some builder came in and built and sold these two houses.
How many kids were there in E1? Wasn't there around 120 at one time, high school and grade school?
I don't know how many were in school, but I do know the grade school consisted of the children in Ewan.
Mm-hmm. Now, did they have a grade school in Ewan before they had high school?
They had a high school with one teacher, and they had 3 teachers in the grade school.
Mm-hmm.
And the year after I finished high school, which was in 1925, they added one more teacher in the high school.
And they played basketball up in the old Grange, didn't they?
Huh?
Played basketball in the Grange.
Yeah.
The old Grange. What year did they get the buses? Do you remember that?
Get what?
The buses, the school buses. Must have been about 30, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I know Florence rode a bus, and she was, when we were married, she was in the 7th grade.
She rode the bus from over to where Swede lives. Swede Chicago?
She rode a bus around to Ewan. I just don't remember too much about it.
Let's dig it back a long ways, isn't it? Digging back a long ways. Okay, now, something else that I was thinking of when I was down to E1 the other day there. One time you told me that there was a drugstore and a lumber yard.
Yeah, don't you have one of those little books that was given when we had the reunion down at E1?
We might have someplace.
It tells of all the businesses that were in there at that time, and that's what were there when we moved to E1.
There was a drugstore and a lumber yard that would be on the north side of the road, would it be?
And on the north side, yeah, this way.
Yeah.
It was the hardware store, the pump house, and where Grandma Bailey's house was the pump house. And then there was the garage, and the food bowl, and the barber shop. Food was in the, and there was a little house sitting down below Grandma Bailey's house, and that's the one that we moved out for Lou and burned up.
That was moved in from Rock Lake too, wasn't it? That house was probably moved in from Rock Lake.
It was moved from E1 out.
Yeah. Now, and they built the hotel there.
That was something that was built right away.
Right away, when they built the town. Okay, now, do you remember when they had the hotel used to set back by the Grange? Can you remember when they run that?
Oh, Mrs. Bryant.
Mrs. Bryant, I see. And then,
and she didn't have anything but just the hotel.
I see.
She put in a few meals and catered mostly to boarders, roomers.
Well, now, what was Snell's name? Was it?
Marshall K. Snell.
Marshall K. Snell. Now, he was the attorney, wasn't he? A lawyer.
The attorney from Seattle.
Okay, and he moved into E1, and he lived in the, what's the Kramer house now, isn't it?
That was the people, their names was Evans. Let's see. Ewan.
Okay.
And when they made the town, they named it Ewan, called it Ewan instead of Ewan. Now the house that Faye and Marion live in, that was moved from Rock Lake. The one that Howard Owens had was moved from Rock Lake.
How about Grandmother Bailey's house? Wasn't part of that moved in from Rock Lake?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the Downing house?
It was built later.
It was built later, and also the
And
Stanky
those
house.
down on the flat were all homes that were built.
They were built down there, but the others were moved in then.
They were there when we moved to Ewan, but they were there. There was when Lynch's lived in the big one where Wills lived.
Mm-hmm.
And then their daughter lived in the one this way.
And then in the creek there was a little old house next to the creek, wasn't there, where the bridge was. There's a lot of trees around it there. Dad Evans lived in that for a while.
Well, there used to be a house down from the Grange home across the road.
Yes.
Well, there was one out by the road that had no man living. And then there was another small place, and then there was a place where, well, the lamb that run the pump lived there.
That was Charlie Lamb, wasn't it?
And then, no, Bill Lamb. You don't know. Bill Lamb.
Okay.
Charlie Lamb lived on the place back over in the field.
Okay, now the Lees, they lived there.
They lived to her grandmother's.
Now, did they run the roller mill and all that too, like
They had the feed mill.
Yeah.
Oh, my clothes went broke up.
The cement building was built for a harness shop first. But you know, it was the first I can remember. We went down there one time. We were real small. You took us down there, and Uncle Dick was had to have a meat market there.
Yeah.
And I don't know where he butchered his beef at. He probably butchered it at night. But anyway, he had it.
Probably out in the field.
Huh?
Probably out in the field.
Yeah, I imagine. Now this Slaughterhouse Bay, as they call it across the lake over, was there a slaughterhouse over that one time?
I wouldn't know.
I run on to a fellow last week. They had a meeting in St. John a couple weeks ago, and one of the people from one of the feed companies from the east was out here, and I'm sure he's one of the people that had came here about 4 years ago trying to find these old cars up the lake. And they claim last year or the year before they found the box cars, they got the numbers off of them, and they call back at Milwaukee, wherever it is, and they say that's the way it is. And them cars are down on a 70-foot ledge, and there's 3 cars, box cars, hooked together, and there's a stream of water coming around there so fast that they can't hardly stay in it. And that could be talked too.
You didn't go to the one that Don Camp had something to do with in St. John, did you, on a Friday?
No, we didn't go to those, no.
I don't know what it was about, but you know, this Don Camp that made the arrangements for that meeting was Amber Hannah's son-in-law.
Okay, I know about that. No, I wasn't there.
I didn't go down
No.
either. I didn't know whether they came down or whether she came or not.
Yeah, she did. Harriet was there.
But,
Harriet was there.
but she,
Someone was telling me about that. They're promoting a type of a fertilizer more like that over to Steptoe.
That guy said they saw it raw cheese.
Yeah, they're supposed to seem to go cold. Everything is preserved real well.
Niles said that they don't wrap up in black plastic.
Well, probably, I'll tell you what, see those people came here about 4 years ago, and I had cut a piece out of a paper where one of the engineers on the trains had told where those cars were. We lost that paper, and I sent those guys as close as I could to where that was, and they went up there and went down, and they found where they'd been wrecked, they found brake lining, they found wheels, they found everything all the way down. And now, whether it's the same people or not, I wouldn't know. But there's some people at Sprague over here claim to have found those box cars years back too.
yeah, but there was people that came over here. No, they were looking for They weren't looking for the boxcars, they were looking for, what were those people looking for?
I don't know. Somebody, Larry Dickerson got tangled up with somebody, and they looked back to the company, and he said that they said they never had a record.
That's what we've always been told. They've never had a wreck up there, but when they produced the numbers that they fessed up. Well, let's get Gail.